everybody, welcome to TurboDonkey Entertainment. I'm Travis.
And I'm Steven.
And you can't see our faces, but you can see the table as we are about to play The Flow of History from Tasty Minstrel Games. We're playing the 2-player variant of this 3 to 5 player game. The main difference being there is what is called the banker player, represented by this little purple player icon that will be controlled sort of by us during the game to get rid of things. I will be the red player, and Steven
will be the blue player, but I just recently discarded my... There it is! I'm the blue player!
There it is, it's hiding in the box. Yeah, this is the real box with components inside. Alright, so we are just going to dive right into the game. We've played it once before, which is kind of how we like to do these Let's Plays, where we're still learning our way through, just as you would be had you just purchased the game. My beginnings are, I am an aristocracy, so I have the fancy people. Steven, you are?
The religious tribe.
Alright, so you're Easter Island, and I'm like 17th century England, apparently, according to the artwork on this card.
Yep.
So, Steven, I will let you go first on this game.
Okay.
And as you decide your moves, the game each turn has 2 phases. There's an action phase, which Steven is taking now, which he can take a single action, and then a cleanup phase, in which some things happen on the board, which you'll see us do quite a few times.
I'm going to start off by investing in some defense. I'm going to put my unit down on this orange card. I believe that says barracks.
Barracks.
So this will give me 1 defense and an attack for the future.
So Steven has invested in that card. He can't complete it this turn. He can complete it on a subsequent turn, or another player, meaning me, could snipe it from him. So that's his action phase. We'll get to all that fun stuff later, and now it's time for the cleanup phase. When you're playing the 2-player variant, the first step of the cleanup phase is you move all of the tokens on the banker's card to the supply. You take this guy off, the banker's card gets discarded, and a new card is revealed. Now, as Steven is the active player, he may place the banker on any empty card, along with half of the coins in the supply.
I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this.
You're going to place it on the pyramids?
Yes, on the pyramids.
Alright. So, to just kickstart this fun stuff, it's now my turn. Instead of investing, I am going to snipe. And the way I'm going to snipe is, I'm going to snipe the banker rather than Steven. So to snipe the banker, I pay the same amount that's invested into the supply. This money comes off of the supply, the banker comes off of that, and this goes directly to my civilization, which I will sit way over here, as the pyramid should be away from the aristocracy. So that is my entire turn. There's no extra bonuses that come with that when you're sniping from the banker. So I'll replenish the marketplace, and I will place the banker, and his now half of the money is 3 gold.
Yep. So when the banker is placed back onto a new card, he takes half of the supply with him.
Which makes it a little more difficult to snipe. Alright, Steven, it is your turn.
Alrighty. Well, I have currently I have played on this card over here. I want to complete this card so I can bring it into my hand. So I'm going to pay my investment to the supply and take the card and my figure. I now have it in my hand. I can use that.
So we'd also like to point out that on these cards, there's a little icon and a magnification glass. The one on Steven's card is a hammer. You would get that if you were the original investor and you purchased the card. You get a bonus if you have those in your civilization, which it doesn't look like you do.
I do not. I have culture and arms.
So nothing quite yet. Alright, so that is now for the cleanup phase. So first we have this.
Oh, that's correct. I have to do the banker first.
So
his bankers goes to the supply.
The supply is getting quite heavy. And so 2 new cards are revealed. Let's see. We have Confucius, Lighthouse, have now been revealed on the table.
What is that?
The Hanging Gardens of Babylon.
Let's get rid of these in-game cards.
Oh, see, I'm
making things a little difficult.
Yeah. Alright, so yeah, it's a little expensive over there with 4. Alright, so I am going to now... I'm also going to invest this turn. Since I didn't last, I'm going to invest in Ramses. I'm going to invest 2 whole gold and that is very quick into the turn. There goes the Hanging Gardens. A new card come out, and I'm going to put all of this actually onto that card, since it would start building military strength if someone collects it, and I don't want that to happen.
Alrighty.
Alright, Steve.
Well, I'm going to invest again, which I should have done last turn, but we'll explain that mechanic in a moment.
We have both. Yeah, we did forget that, didn't we?
Yeah, that's okay.
So another point in the 2-player variant. Apologies that we didn't cover this. If you complete a card on your turn, the 2-player variant allows you to immediately take an additional invest or snipe action. But that's only when you complete a card. And again, this is our second time playing this 2-player variant, so we're still learning. All right, so you've invested there.
I've invested, so I'm going to leave him there. The banker pays his money to supply. This card is discarded. Pull out a new one.
New. That'd be a little weird. Line that up.
Go ahead and put him right back.
Put it right on there. Fun stuff.
There we go.
All right, so my turn. I'm going to complete this card, which is Ramses. So I pay that to the supply, bring this back, and I have no culture. So Ramses comes up here to lead my nation. I get no immediate bonuses from that, but I may immediately take an additional invest or snipe action. However, I have no money, so I can't. So that's correct. This needs to be cleared off first.
Thanks first.
This goes away. A new card and a new card, and I'm gonna say
Yep.
archery with
Knew that was coming.
5 now from the supply. The supply is getting quite full of cash. Steven.
Alright. So I'm going to take a card, complete this card. Now, you see I have 2 oranges already. This orange actually will go on top of this one, and the previous
I'd say the large ability, the central ability.
The central ability on this card, the top of this card, will now be covered up by this other card, and only the sub ability down here in the bottom right corner will still apply. But now I'm replacing it with the ones that are on top in this new age. See, the other ones were, this is A, one of the start cards, and now we're in the first age.
So we're building up civilizations, and these cards, as they stack, these little resource icons will basically, it's showing that your civilization is expanding and getting more and more sophisticated, but maybe some of these special abilities don't still apply. So that way you're not benefiting from having, like, crossbowmen during the age of nuclear weapons. It's kind of a
When has that happened before, Travis?
That has happened every time I've played Sid Meier's Civilization, and forget that I have 1 unit of, like, barbarians roaming the map randomly when I have tanks and all that fun stuff.
I'm going to stick banker right there.
I should note, Steven and I both really enjoy the Civilization games on PC, and have played them quite a bit. And so this is like a very distilled down version of a Civilization tech tree.
Alright, my turn is over.
Alright, so you've done all the fun stuff.
Travis, you have no money. What
I
are you going
have
to do?
no money, so I'm going to have to take the harvest action. Now, in the harvest action, I would look to see on my resource tokens in my civilization if I have any number of harvest icons, which are little plants. I have none. If I did, that number would come from the reserve into the supply, and then I get to take half of the supply rounding down. So I get 3 coins. Wow, what a turn. So then we clear this off, replenish, and neither of us has money. I don't like the idea of philosophy right now, so we're gonna put half the money rounded down on this card. Not that either of us could afford to snipe it.
Alright, and guess what? I have no money either, but I have 1 culture.
Alright.
So I'm going to take one. Right? Was it culture?
Yeah, the little plant card.
Oh, the plant card.
Yeah, not culture.
Ah, okay. So I'm just going to take half of this, which rounded down is 2. Thanks, Travis.
You are welcome. Absolutely anytime.
And that's my turn, and the banker does his thing again.
I like the fact that we're using purple for the banker, and I'm red and you're blue. It's like I'm melding both players together. All right, so it's my turn. And instead of taking an invest action or anything like that, I am going to use the little gear symbol on Ramses. I can take an activate action, which allows me to do whatever this says, which in this one it is to destroy my leader card to gain a monument from the marketplace. So I destroy Ramses, and I gain the Great Wall. As we all know, Ramses II built the Great Wall of China. Right after he was born into the land of pyramids. So that's kind of a fun thing. Again, there was the mark of the hammer, but I had none of those resources. So nothing fun really happens there. Apparently neither of us is ever going to get a military card, since those keep coming out.
Ooh. So is that an add one of those cards?
Yes. So her ability would be an immediately upon acquisition you add.
That is nice.
All right, Steven, it's your turn.
Well, I'm going to invest, Travis.
Do it.
I want that card. But I think you have 3 and you might snipe that from me.
There's a great possibility. We'll have to wait and see. Tune in next week on TurboDonkey Entertainment. Will Travis snipe Steven's card? There is a lot of leaders out. Like, there's a good choice of leaders.
It really is.
However, I'm not going to snipe your card because there is not a green, orange, or blue card in the marketplace right now. So
there was a moment ago.
There was. There's a lot of stuff going on.
That was
here.
unfortunate.
So I am going to. Oh goodness! I'm going to invest with 1 whole gold into yet another one of those, another monument. So Genghis Khan has come and gone. Looky there. So we just continually get rid of red cards because I don't like conflict. Can't we just be a civilizations getting along, building for the better?
Have you played Civ 5?
Yeah, Gandhi doesn't come out till later.
So I'm going to get my first leader.
All right, and it looks like you do have a culture icon.
So I'm going to get, and those 2 count as well?
They do not count. And the reason is because and it comes from the supply, not the reserve.
That's right.
That's a thing you kind of have to get used to with this game.
Big pile right here.
Yeah, well, I'll pull in this way so you don't feel tempted. When you acquire a card and you get to use this magnifying class bonus, the investor bonus, you gain that prior to the card entering your nation. So anything on the card doesn't count towards your final total, which kind of sad, but it happens. All right, so that's the end of...
Well, I still have an action left. I can invest or I can snipe.
You could.
I'm going to snipe.
You're going to snipe because...
Take that from you.
All right, so now we have...
That gets paid to you.
That gets paid to me. When you snipe from another player, it's kind of great. So that gets paid to me. Then that goes into the supply. My person comes back to me.
I'm going to take this.
Then I count any number of trade icons I have, which is 0, which is fine, but those would have come from the reserve to the supply. And then I get to take half of the supply, rounding down if that's necessary. So I did get a little bit out of that, even if I didn't get the card that I was investing in. So now it's time to clean the banker up. And it looks like we just wiped the board there.
That's the emptiest I've seen the board since our last game.
It is. All right, so I will...
I gotta play this
banker
banker
you gotta
somewhere.
play that thing. Do it.
Yep.
I keep forgetting about the banker.
Let's stick right there. He hasn't moved much.
All right, well, since you played that there... Oh, we have a thunderstorm, Steven. Maybe that'll be picked up on the audio. I'm checking the wave file over there. So I'm gonna get... I want the astronomy card.
Really?
Yes. So I'm going to get that. So I pay 3 to the supply because I'm sniping from the banker. And my immediate action is I take the top card off of the deck and immediately place it in my area. I forgot to do the investor bonus. I had one light bulb, so I did get 1. Oh, no, sniping. No investor bonus.
You're sniping, no bonus.
Wow, I am just going crazy over here. I'm no longer an aristocracy. It's now feudalism. I'm going maybe backwards, maybe forwards. I'm not entirely sure. I don't know which way this is, which way the world works at this point. So I will flip this. And, no one likes bureaucracy. So let's get rid of that. Let's make it so no one can afford it at the table. No one likes a bureaucracy, even though you get free stuff.
All right, well, I have no cash, so I have one light bulb. No, it's this one.
Yep,
but I don't have.
You don't have any, so none of those.
So I'm just gonna take half the supply.
That'll be 2.
Rounded down.
That is a very common amount that you're taking.
All right. Complete the banker's action.
I think Confucius is feeling left out over here.
The Great what?
That is the Great Mosque.
Great Mosque. Let's see. Let's go ahead and stick this over here since we're kind of anti-conflict at the moment.
All right, I will. My turn. I'm going to invest in the Great Mosque with 3 because you're over there with your 2. Though you'll possibly be able to take it. Who knows? If you really wanted to steal it. So this goes away. Doop doop. A lovely stack of cards back there. This turns over, and you know we're gonna take care of Confucius over here. Sorry, Confucius, but no one's paying attention to you.
All right, I'm going to invest. No. I really don't want to cover up my current orange card, but that's pretty decent culture on there, so I think I'll go ahead and invest on that.
All right. So you're investing, and so it's all the way over here, so I'll clear it off for you while you, since it's on this side. All right, now we have irrigation, if you wanted to.
Well, nobody has leaf yet, so go ahead and stick it on there.
You're gonna put it on there?
Yep.
So we are still at 3. All right, so I will complete my turn. I'll complete this. So the number of hammers so this goes to the supply. I get to take one hammer, 1 from the supply. This enters my civilization. I'm building quite a bit over here. I have 1 whole gold left, and I can immediately take a snipe action or an invest action. So I will invest in Aristotle.
That's the one I should have invested in because of the amount of culture that I had if I were paying attention.
Very true. So this goes away. This comes out. This comes out. And I'm going to drop that on some knights. So it's going to be 4. Yes. So as you can see, the banker really adds to, or kind of takes away from what you're able to do on certain turns, but it also allows you to block your opponent from getting something simply by forcing them to spend a lot of money. All right, did you have any hammers in your nation prior to taking that?
I did, but I covered it up on the orange.
So again,
does that count?
Again, this does not enter your nation until you've completed this action. So Stephen would have 1 hammer. So you would take 1 from the supply.
One. Okay.
Wow, this storm is getting close, and then it goes in.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, that makes me happy.
So you do get the benefit.
I can invest 1 next turn. Oh, I completed a card. I can invest now.
Can't flip that yet.
No, that's right. We have to do the banker
Nope,
first.
you can invest.
I can invest 1.
You can invest or snipe.
I'm getting ahead of myself, Travis.
Yep. You're just so excited to flip cards.
I am. Well, I'm going to go ahead and stick it right there.
All right.
And then let's take care of the banker first. Flip our new cards over.
All right, so we did enter just recently at the end of this age check. It's something worth pointing out.
We have a problem.
During the age check, cards in the upper corner, it'll tell you basically cards that are 2 ages older than the current age would get discarded. However, I don't know what happens if someone has already invested in it. So we will take the tiny rule book and double check this. And if this takes a long time, I'll fast forward through it. It shouldn't take that long. Discard all non-invested cards in the market.
You're lucky. This
that are at
only
least
card.
2 ages old, so that's fine.
All right. Well, let's continue with that theme.
Yep, so that works out well. That's a rule that kind of forces if a card is sitting out too long, it's not going to be an age 1 card sitting in age 5. Alright, so I will do this. Take this guy back. Any culture icons I have, which are 0. This guy comes over here to live with me. The immediate action is I gain a green card from the market. So the the printing press comes here. Prior to it arriving, I get the icon for investment. It's been a long day. I have one whole eyeball, or light bulb, not eyeball. Wow. Welcome to my day, everyone. This enters here, and then the number of light bulbs that I have in my nation, 1, 2, 3, enter the supply from the reserve. So that gets poured out. Stephen, if you'll move those over, and I'm going to double check that because that symbol is kind of odd. No, wrong. It goes to me from the supply. It's kind of a weird. I guess that's nation. So I get 3 whole gold. All right, so that was me completing a card.
Okay.
And I can immediately take a snipe or invest action.
He's going to invest.
So I am, in fact, going to snipe. So I'm sniping Steven.
The bank.
So I pay you 1.
Shoot.
This goes here.
And he is denying me a payout.
I take this. He dies. Your leader can only have 1. And do you have any of the trade icons, which are little handshakes?
I have 1.
You have 1. So one of those goes from, I believe, goes from the supply into your nation. Yes.
A coin?
You do take 1 for that, and then you take half the supply. So you're actually getting more because of it by a whole 1. So then this transfers over, this goes away. We've basically cleared out the market for the most part. Oh, hello. Ah, the Taj Mahal. And we're gonna put this on Napoleon. No one wants to deal with that.
All right.
All right, so that was a heck of a turn.
That was a heck of a turn. I think I need to expand a little bit, so I'm going to invest in steam power. Although, do we have any? No, there's no culture out right now, except for Napoleon. And you know what? I'm going to snipe Napoleon.
You're gonna snipe
I'm
Napoleon.
going to snipe Napoleon.
That.
I'm taking the aggressive action.
Something
here.
a lot of Englishmen said at some point, I'm sure.
All right. So I am going to replace jurisdictional with Napoleon Bonaparte.
I got that cleaned up. Alright, so you've done that. You don't get the bonus for purchasing him since it was sniped.
Right.
And you don't get to do an additional action.
Correct.
But that's okay.
So let's replenish the field.
You have a constitutional monarchy. God save the Queen. Man, now the top. Wow, there's a lot in the supply.
So for.
All right. I'd like to take this moment to remind our viewers that if you see us make a mistake, tell us. Because we probably will. I'm going to do a big investment here. Of a whole single gold into the Himaji Castle. Probably saying that wrong. Apologies to, I believe that looks to be Japanese. I would assume it's very Japanese style. I'm probably wrong, and that's a probably terrible thing for me to say.
Hermitage. Is it Hermitage?
No, there's no R.
Oh.
Or T. Or
Well,
G.
it's upside down in cursive, so.
Yeah, that's true. So the Taj Mahal, unfortunately, is not built in this timeline. And yeah, we're gonna throw that on a constitutional monarchy. Just like the last game of this we played, Stephen, you have somehow kept your original government card.
The blues are
halfway through the game.
I know.
There's a lot of blues in that pile over there.
There are, but I haven't really been able to. I haven't really invested on them. It's Probably not the smartest thing, but they haven't really come up.
You've been getting a lot of orange, so there's
The
that.
banker's been a problem as well.
I've been throwing them on there. Looks like you have no gold, Steven.
I have no gold. So, I'm going to have to take half the supply. Which is 2.
I would like to point out, upon Steven acquiring this card, in case anyone notices, the immediate ability is to attack all players to destroy their form of government. Steven had, what is that, 1 attack at the bottom there?
1 attack.
There was 1 attack, and I had 2 defense, so there would not have been a way for him to break through that. In case anyone's like freaking out and being like, they didn't do a thing.
I could not have done a thing.
So nothing could have happened. Sorry for interrupting your turn, Steven.
I did notice that, by the way.
Oh.
At least I think I did.
Yeah. Sure. Tell the viewers at home.
Well, that's my turn, because I just got money.
All right. So
I harvested. So the banker's gonna put his money back in the supply, and
banker's gonna bank.
Constitutional monarchy's going in the trash.
It's going into the banker's collection.
Oh, that's right. I guess he did invest in that, didn't he? Let's keep. There we go.
All right. As I guess you can figure out what I'm about to do. This number of hammers. I have 1 hammer, one whole hammer. So I will do that. This moves to my civilization. New card comes out. Or as I think I do this, so that goes away too. New cards come out. Blah blah blah. Gandhi. We're gonna go with. We're gonna go with the military academy. Get over there, extra gold. All right.
Okay.
So we are age check. We are in age 4, but there are no age 2 cards on the table. So
awesome.
No destruction needed.
Well, I am going to invest.
Yeah, somebody's going for stuff. All right. Banker stuff.
That's right.
Banker.
For a second.
Zoning out is allowed, but only in the 4th age.
Is that a nuclear?
It is the Manhattan Project.
Ooh.
So Steven is investing on,
The banker.
or the banker is placing the banker.
I'm placing the
And
banker
is, what is that going to
on
be 3
Gandhi.
gold. So Gandhi is 3 gold. All right. So what shall I do? I mean, the Manhattan Project's kind of fancy. Don't have a lot of money.
That is a lot of defense.
It is a lot of defense, which we already have kind of a stalemate on that. So, yeah, I'll go ahead and do a full-on investment in the Manhattan Project.
Shoot.
So, purple banker. Gandhi is gone. I like, we're getting rid of Gandhi in favor of nuclear weapons, which is funny because in Civilization game, Gandhi always attacks with nukes. So that's going to be 3 for the banker. Steam power. There it goes. All right, Steven.
All right, I'm going to complete my card. Get my 2nd blue card, and it has the harp symbol. And I already have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm going to get 6 from here. 2.
Oh, that shouldn't have happened yet. Sorry, I'm getting way ahead of myself. Just trying to help.
And then I'm going to snipe
Taking
the Manhattan Project.
All right, so before you do, I'm always got to check to make sure we got the right thing. All right, so you pay me.
Pay you.
Pay me 3 coins. Then I look and see how many of the little handshaking icons I have, which is 1, 2, 3. There's nothing in the supply. How is there nothing in the supply? Because you took the
Because
whole
I took the supply, which is why I sniped.
Let's see. First, that goes into the supply.
Then you get the supply.
So I get basically the entire supply.
So you get a little bit.
I got the whole thing. So that comes to me.
You didn't get as too bad. That's why it wasn't a bad opportunity for me to make a snipe.
Yeah.
I have all the defense.
You have a lot of defense.
I have a lot of defense.
That is true.
So, and now it's complete the banker. Put new cards out.
Quite a few new cards. We have warplanes, stock exchange, and a factory. What will the banker invest in with one?
Anything we want.
Apparently so. Alright, so I will... I'm gonna invest... What do I want badly? I don't have an orange card yet, so... I'm gonna just drop... I'll drop 2 on the stock. I'll drop 4 on the stock exchange, so you can't take it, because that would just be my luck. You'd be like, haha! And then I would be without the orange cards. The Eiffel Tower!
I don't have any hammers, do I? I do not.
If you had some hammers, you could hammer in the morning.
Or light bulbs. So really none of these are really good investments for me other than just getting what's on the card already.
Getting the cards helps, because you get bonuses in the game and stuff.
I guess I'll go ahead and invest on that orange card over there.
I was expecting you to harvest, honestly, for a whole 1 coin.
Harvest? Oh. I was like, what are you talking about?
Alright, so...
Banker.
Albert Einstein.
Where will the banker put his money?
Alright. I will complete. Hammers is the icon. I have 1 hammer. So I take 1 from the supply. This card comes to me, and I have that. Dun, da, da. And da, da, da.
Do you want to invest?
True, I could have done that.
But you just completed the banker.
I did just complete the banker, so I missed it. I will wait until next time.
We're even.
Yep. There we go. Banker is done. I got so excited.
Alright.
Alright, Steve.
Going to complete my card.
Completion. And you have no hammers, so
I have no hammers,
nothing
so
to worry about there.
but I do get some handshakes for the future.
Yep. Future handshakes. We're saving them up.
Alright, and I'm going to invest my 1 into green.
These computers. Alright, so banker.
Gotta stick this guy out first.
Yeah,
then the banker. Doesn't matter. Matter.
As long as you get
Communism, no.
when we have communism would benefit us so much right now. It would have been so great for us to get because neither of us really had any money. So communism basically takes all of the money from all the players, puts it in the supply, and then evenly distributes the supply back out to all players.
I kind of put myself in a bind last time we played because while I invested on it, Travis had the money and I didn't, and then I had the money and he didn't. So then I lost money when I completed the card.
Oh, goodness. Alright, Steven, I'm going to snipe you. No, you've got way too many handshakes. That benefits you a lot.
Yeah, well, I've got 3. I've got 3 handshakes.
I'll just go. I'm going to go directly here. I'm going to invest into democracy.
Getting that culture.
Yep. Going to go all in. So we lose our communism card. We have now entered the 5th age, and we have no 3rd age card, so it's fine. And I'm going to do John Lennon since that ability doesn't really help either of us. John Lennon's ability is kind of cool. You destroy a military card to gain a different random card.
It's a lot of culture, though.
There's a lot of culture, and now you can't afford it. So.
It's true. I'm going to complete the card. Alright. My first green card. And I do not have any light bulbs, so I don't get anything for this. And
you in fact do have a light bulb.
Where?
A giant one.
Oh, I do have that, so I get 1 from the supply. So all green cards equals 2 from the supply, but I don't have any green cards.
You have 1, because that is an action that happens when it enters your
hand
nation.
Okay.
So you get 1, your 1 green card, you gain 2 coins from the supply. So it's kind of nice that you
Well, cool. That means I can invest again.
Yeah, that's why I considered doing it, because I was like, that's a lot, but there wasn't much money in the supply.
I'm gonna get Albert Einstein.
All right.
Or is that... Wait a minute. You have 3 over there.
A deal.
I could snipe that from you, and that
Good.
gives me 3 more culture.
All right, so if you're going to do that...
Nah, I'm just gonna keep Albert Einstein.
Going for Einstein?
Yeah, because I want to keep my handshakes out here right now, because I have a lot more than I previously said. I have 6.
It's
going to keep you from sniping me.
It kind of does. So we have the Apollo program. And capitalism.
I kind of want the Apollo program, just because I like space.
So it is, it's my turn. Oh yeah, you have to put that out.
Down.
I thought you'd already put it out for some reason.
Nope.
You're going all in there.
I'm just gonna let the banker have that one for now.
So for 3, all right. So I'm gonna complete democracy. 2, 3. For every culture symbol that I have, which is none. I have no culture, so I get no bonus there. This comes into my nation because these don't count for anything. And I cannot invest or snipe because I do not have any money. So we will lose the Apollo program. We have a new card. We have a new card. And put the banker on. Put the banker on a fighter jet. No, that's just 1 coin. These are very thick coins, so sometimes they look like they're 2 stacked. All right, Steve.
I'm going to complete. I'm going to replace Napoleon Bonaparte with Albert Einstein.
All right.
All right. So, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cultures.
There's our 6 cultures
From the supply. And okay. Yep. And I'm going to invest, I guess. I should.
You have a lot of money.
I do have a lot of money. I'm gonna go for capitalism.
Spend all your money on capitalism.
Just 2, 3. I'll go for 3.
All right. So,
Uh-oh.
it's very close to the end.
What's that mean, Travis?
So the internet is the second to last card. When this card enters the market,
The future.
with the future card, when it enters the marketplace on a player's turn, that will be the last turn of the game, and the game will end immediately after the cleanup phase of that player. So it hasn't entered the market yet, but it's a potential. I'm going to check one quick thing. Cool. So it's my turn?
It is.
All right, so for my action, I am going to use Christopher Columbus's ability to kill himself, to take the top card from the Civilization deck.
No! And he's gonna end the game.
Which ends the game.
And I don't get my investment back.
You will not get your investment back. So, that ends the game. There's nothing else either of us can do. So now we go to scoring. This is does have a little bit of a complicated point salad to scoring. So we're going to score ourselves. We're going to score ourselves individually. So Stephen, we'll begin with you.
Okay.
So look to see if you have any cards on top that have a little cancel icon next to them.
No.
Good. Makes that easy. All right. So
what about this? Yes.
No.
I forgot. Not that one.
No.
Okay.
It's the little like the no smoking symbol.
Ah. Okay.
Yes. All right. So first, count the number of culture symbols, which are like the little liars.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
7. All right.
No, wait. I counted the wrong one. 6. It's 6.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm using this stack to help us remember, because we had trouble with that. All right. Now count the total number of other production icons.
All right. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19.
Right. You counted a lot of 2s as 1s. How many are here?
There's 6.
And then you went 7, 8, 9, and you went 10, 11, 12.
No, It was so 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Oh, hold on.
11.
6, 7, 8. Oh, that's a culture. Okay.
Yeah, it's a culture. I'm not counting it.
Why didn't you count those? Those are light bulbs.
6, 9, 11,
12,
13, 14, 15. Those are cultures right
There we go. I knew you were missing something somewhere.
16.
17, 18, 19. Divided by 2, rounded down, is going to be 8. So, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Math is hard today for me, apparently.
What did I say before? I don't remember. Whatever.
Yeah, you had. I think you just skipped that.
Yeah, I think I did.
I think you skipped that and then counted something over here as well. You had the same number, but you counted different cards. It was very odd. We're going to watch the video later and be like, nope, he was right the first time. Travis is the idiot. All right, so now look at any in-game scoring cards, which will have the little omega symbol like Albert Einstein does here.
Right, so I have 2.
So,
so I have 1 culture for the green card from Albert Einstein.
Boop.
And then I have 1 culture for every leaf I have, and I do not have any leaf.
No production, no...
yeah.
All right.
That was a wasted one.
So you have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15 victory points total.
Alrighty.
All right. So for me, I don't have any of the little the little cancel out icons. I have 3 culture, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 total culture.
I didn't see that one.
I took the future, and that's what does
that's
it.
right.
So that's
there we go.
Yep. So 9. Then the total other icons. I've got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So that's 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And all in-game abilities. So that's just end. Every 2 defense gets me a culture, so that's 2. So that's 1 more. Every blue card gets me a culture, so that's 3.
You have 3 blue cards? Yes, you do.
I have no military guards, and then every monument gets me 1, so that's 5.
I think you won, Travis.
I believe so. Because my pile is bigger, and that's how math works.
Yep.
And I don't even want to count it.
Nah.
All right, someone in the comments, if you will add that up and then tell me what I got, because I don't want to. All right, so that is the flow of history. A game which bills itself as playing in 60 to 90 minutes, so I could see with 5 players it taking that long. I enjoyed it. It's an incredibly strategic game in a very tiny package. I mean, this is a little box. Doesn't take a big footprint. What are your thoughts, Steven?
Yeah, I was surprised at how not complicated but immersive the game is. It actually has a lot of features to it. I could see this being a lot more fun with more than 2 people. Definitely with a recommended 3 to 5 players, but the 2-player mode works.
And I think if you played without the banker in the 2-player mode, it would just leave too many options open, and I feel like the game would take a much longer time.
Oh, it definitely would. We're eliminating over half the deck.
Yes, there's the cards the banker took, so you can see it's a huge amount. So it would have doubled the length of the game.
Right, it would have, having all the cards in each of our hands would have just been silly.
Yeah, it would just been a massive amount. I think if you're looking for a Sid Meier Civilization feel, you're not going to get it, because there's not that unit level, space level, like I'm going to go from this tile to this tile and slowly expand my civilization. But if you like technology trees, and you like that whole, if you like just that portion of like a Civilization game or Age of Empires or games like that, where it's unlocking new technology as you go, this fits the bill a little better, because you are having to, you do end up kind of looking for, all right, I have a lot of these light bulbs, I need to get things that benefit from that. And as you can see, Steven has built up a ton of orange, and like we didn't expand out. I took an orange just to get one. I stayed in blue and green. You took an extra blue and a green simply to keep me from getting it. So that focus does kind of keep you centered on. It ends up keeping you centered basically on like one color. It's kind of strange that it turned out that way.
It is funny. I did that last time too.
Yeah, you're very heavily focused. I got lucky and had you're getting the pyramids that I get those bonuses.
Yeah.
And
of course, that might be the wrong thing to do because you also won the last game.
So I mean, I didn't mean to do it. I just ended up. I tried to just focus on getting as many of those as I could.
The bonuses from having the monuments are actually pretty heavy.
Yeah, they can. If you can kind of focus on like having an additional victory point for every blue card I had. Like if you had one that was for every orange card, that would have been a whole. 4 more is a big chunk. When you're talking games that typically score no more than 20 points, getting the future just
the future card and so you had 3 cards that made this for you. You had the future card and the 2 monuments right there. You had the blue monument and the monument that gave you the culture for the monuments.
Yeah, so having these two, I mean, the fact that the future on its own is 7 points, which is almost half of what you got.
Right.
And that was just, I got Christopher Columbus, and I kept thinking about using him, and I would see something else I wanted, and I realized, oh, that's going to be there on my turn. There's nothing that can be done about it. The game itself, I think it plays well. The rule book is easy to follow. There's one error in it, but there's been a new version of the rule book released since I got my copy. So, and it's just one of the card descriptions. Also, there's a lot of text on these cards, just these like flavor text and the names. The game is text independent or language independent because it's all symbols. So if someone can read the rule book, if you're playing with people who don't read English or don't speak English, one person, if they can explain the game, can be the translator for it without having to translate each card because it's all symbol based.
And color.
Yes. I don't know how it works with color blindness. I haven't done the color blindness test on this to know if any of these colors mix up, but all of the symbols are in black and white. So the symbols themselves don't matter as much, but even the different colored cards have a different symbol in the corner. So if you are colorblind, you'll still be able to tell these cards apart, which I think is a great asset to it.
That was good design.
So, for a history nerd like me, it's really fun just to be like, look, it's this person, or it's this place, or it's this kind of thing.
I do like that.
Which is fun. I'd like to see an expansion with more people and stuff, more people and places.
Right.
That swap cards out or something, maybe, but or a game based on this that's bigger and more.
I was thinking this could be fun with a larger than 5 crowd, potentially, because kind of like what's the?
You're thinking Seven Wonders?
7 Wonders.
Only reason I would say against that is each turn does take a few minutes. It can take 2 or 3 minutes if a player is thinking.
And you do need to everybody see the center board.
Yep. Well, with 7 Wonders, everyone's turn takes place at the same time. With this game, there is that waiting. I could see some analysis paralysis happen where people are taking longer than expected.
True, but every turn counts down the clock. So hey.
No, I mean like if I take 10 minutes every time I take a turn,
true,
that's 10 minutes for everyone waiting on theirs. So it could take a little longer. Overall, I think if you watch this video and it looks like a game that you or your game group would enjoy, give it a shot. It doesn't take much room on your shelf. Again, it's a tiny little box from Tasty Minstrel Games. This has been The Flow of History. Thanks for watching, everyone. We'll see you next time.
Okay.
That's going in.
No, don't do that.